It's so good.
It's your brain is turning back on.
Stop.
The fact you have to touch it with your fingers.
All right, vegans trying meat for the first time in years. This should be interesting, to say the least.
I'm about to eat meat for the first time in 22 years.
30 years?
And I'm super nervous.
She's doing it.
It tastes pretty good. I was hoping that I don't like it, so I'm gonna stay a vegetarian or pescatarian, but I like it.
Even though she wants to not like it, viscerally it is satisfying and tastes good. This isn't some unnatural, engineered by some food scientist to taste good. This is natural food that naturally is appealing and tastes good to us. There's a very obvious reason for that, right?
I get what like juicy means now. The flavors are just oozing out in every bite. That doesn't happen with vegetables ever.
It's true. I mean, I don't think anybody eats a plate of vegetables and just has this sensation of, oh my God, that was so overwhelmingly good. You don't get that. Ugh.
Okay, no, that's as good as I remember.
Strangely, out of all the meats, chicken is the one that I really can't stand, even the thought of.
Oh my God.
The fact you have to touch it with your fingers.
Just when I took a bite into it and I touched the bone, I just...
Yeah, it's the skin and the...
But I guess some of these sort of vegans have been so perhaps brainwashed that who knows what they're thinking. Anyway, interesting. It's your brain is turning back on.
Stop. It's so good.
Do you like it, or do you already regret it?
I like it. This is harder for me to do than jump off like a 60-foot cliff.
If jumping off a cliff is even taking a bite of meat, you've been seriously brainwashed. That's all I've got to say about that.
This looks good.
Do we have to eat all of it, the whole burger?
No. They're so f***ing weird.
Oh, the juices.
Vegetarian burgers just are like 60% of what this tastes like. 60% of what a burger tastes like is not very close.
That's true, yeah. The vegetarian burgers I've had over the years, many years ago, and they never were good.
Oh, it's kind of like jelly-y. I guess I'm eating bone marrow for the rest of my life. This is my new favorite meal right here.
Bone marrow is legit good, for sure. It's one of those things you have just occasionally, but early humans actually developed some of their brain capacity by having the capacity to get to bone marrow. This is something that many people don't realize. We were one of the few animals that had access to the marrow cavity. Even a lot of the lions and big cats had a very difficult time accessing the marrow, which is rich in fat. And our brain, particularly as developing, truly desires fat, both, individually and then, of course, evolutionarily. Animal fat drove a lot of our development as humans.
It's like, no, animals you can't hurt them. And I'm like, I'm gonna suck this out of your bone. I'm gonna cut it because I feel like that would be more ladylike.
Steak, yes, has that effect.
I mean, it's got so much flavor in it. And tastes like what I always thought a grill would taste like. It doesn't even compare to the other one. This one's good, but this one's stupid good.
Yeah, so she had some A5 Wagyu beef, which is, if you ever had it, is ridiculously rich, very buttery. It's just another level. And, whether you prefer to eat that at all or sometimes, it definitely is a interesting experience for sure.
My stomach's turning just even thinking about biting into it. I feel so guilty because that's nice. It is, it's actually nice.
It just does nothing for me. The taste is just really kind of bland. Yeah, it doesn't really taste of anything.
The texture was much better than the steak.
Because it's a baby.
Just one word about veal. First of all, a veal animal is around 600 pounds. These aren't tiny little baby cows. They're actually quite developed cows. They're just not quite, at full development yet. So they tend to be very tender. But they're not babies. This is a large misconception. Most of the veal that people consume is going to be in that 500-600 pound range. And yeah, it tastes really good. And despite it being a young animal, it's still delicious versus an older animal, which some people find also preferable.
Oh my, it's like a butter I didn't know existed, but it tastes like meat. But they should make gum this flavor, so I chew it all the time.
Meat chewing gum, maybe an idea for down the road.
A whole different level of food that like I was not aware existed out there. I'm so excited to be a part of it now. If you see somebody who's like, oh, I can't finish that, punch them in the face, knock them out, and take whatever they've left. I feel like I'm drunk on meat, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. Was there alcohol in any of this meat? Because like, I feel like I just wanna cry. I'm gonna eat meat until the day I die, which might be later tonight.
I'm vegetarian for life, 100%.
All right, interesting to see the two different perceptions. One person says I'm eating meat for the rest of my life, and a couple of the others say, I'm definitely not going to do that. And I think a lot of it really has to do with mindset and how much propaganda you've been exposed to. I suspect as these ones that are, relatively young and dead set against eating meat get older and perhaps their health starts to suffer, which many of them do, they may try to reincorporate that, or they may just say, hey, look, I'm willing to accept, and I've seen a lot of vegans say this, I'm willing to accept poor health in order to, not violate my sort of beliefs around eating animals, which is a shame, honestly. I think at the end of the day, the animals don't care one way or the other. I mean, they could care less if you're vegan or not. That's just a reality. All animals get eaten at the end of the day. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a human or a pig or a goat or a caterpillar. I mean, all of us end up dying and all of us end up being consumed by other animals for food. That is a circle of life. It's basic Lion King stuff. If you need that lesson, it plays out every second of every day in front of us. Okay, one last thing. If you guys are looking for someone to help you get healthier, to implement some of these things we talked about, provide accountability, motivation, daily feedback, somebody's going to keep you on track, check out what we're doing at Revero. Our physicians are trained in this stuff. They want to get to the root cause. Their goal is to get you off medications, not to just stick you on them permanently. Our healthcare team is going to give you, a tremendous amount of support to help you be successful. And plus, I get to meet, the folks that are part of Revero. I look forward very much talking to our Revero patients. Anyway, check out Revero.com. We are also raising funds to scale what we're doing. We've already successfully launched the company. We're already seeing hundreds and hundreds of patients and changing their lives. So please help us make a difference, fight back from this craziness that's out there. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Were you ever a vegan, and what was it first like when you first reincorporated meat into your diet? So, I'm sure it was an interesting experience and perhaps maybe a challenging one. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Take care.